I was bad at video games for a decade, but you don't have to. In this video, I'll talk through what you need to change to start making progress on Marvel Rivals, Overwatch, and frankly any other game you want to play competitively. If you're a competitive person like me, you probably need to see rank progress in your games. For me, casual games get boring very easily. However, just playing competitive modes doesn't satisfy most people who feel this way. We all need to see progress and not just compete for the sake of competition. The tough part is that most people don't really understand how to progress, so they end up being stuck for years. I've been there too, if I'm being completely honest. I want to teach you about what you need to start with to begin your rank progress. Without fixing those things, making progress is very hard, and even though all of that might sound obvious, I know for a fact that there are many people who need to hear and change that. Everyone makes mistakes, even pro players, but focusing on the wrong mistakes can lead you to a very dangerous mindset. Occasionally, you will get a teammate who performs significantly worse than others on your team. This happens, but not as often as many people claim. Statistically, it happens just as frequently to your enemies as it does to you, so it doesn't make any noticeable difference in terms of your progress. While it can be frustrating because you expect games to be fair and balanced in terms of skill, that's what the rank systems are for after all. Focusing on others' mistakes only makes you regress because you have no control over other people. You miss your own mistakes, you make just as many as others, you're at the same skill level for a reason. You became annoyed, which greatly hinders your performance and ability to focus. Many people play the game for a very long time yet remain in gold or platinum. This is very common, leading people to develop theories about Elo Hell. Let's be clear, there is no such thing as Elo Hell, and there never was. If it was real, good players wouldn't be able to consistently break through ranks so easily. The problem is that many people incorrectly believe that more playtime automatically leads to improvement. While this isn't completely wrong, it's missing a critical component. It should be the more time you put into practicing, the better you get. Simply playing the game and repeating the same mistakes without putting any thought or effort into correcting them or gaining knowledge is just a waste of time. To progress, you need to actively work on your skill and understanding of the game. You can play for 10,000 hours, but without trying to understand how it's supposed to be played, you will never progress. We all love to see flashy Genji techniques, Tracer 180-degree pulse bombs, and similar moves. While these demonstrate proficiency and great skill, they won't necessarily help you progress much. You can learn all the different Lucio or Doomfist rollouts and still remain in Platinum because these are just small additions to your arsenal and won't win you games on their own. Unless you play properly, you won't even have the opportunity to use these techniques, because you will be losing fights before the chance arrives. Consider skateboarding. Nobody starts by learning how to grind. They first learn how to ride the board without losing balance, then they practice jumping techniques in place and motion and so on. After mastering the basics, they progress to different tricks from easier to harder ones. Fundamentals come first in any discipline. The best players aren't those who learned all the flashy moves, but those who understand and apply fundamental concepts the best. Mastering fundamental skills will account for 80% of your progress. Flashy moves only provide an advantage if the foundation of your skill is good, and even then, they often don't offer that much benefit. They matter at the top level of the ladder because everyone there has mastered the fundamentals, but before that, they don't bring that much value. If you watch any streamer, you will notice many viewers asking the same questions about improving at the game. A common question is, how do I get better aim? The problem is that many people incorrectly assume that these mechanical skills are what hold them back. While aim matters, it's not as crucial as people think, especially in Marvel Rivals or Overwatch. Those players with great aim that you see also do the fundamental things right, which is why they achieve the highest ranks. Developing an aim takes thousands of hours, so focusing on that as your first improvement goal is a mistake. In Marvel Rivals and Overwatch you can reach high ranks without extremely good aim, since it doesn't play as big a role as in other games, and I'm the best example of that. When watching skilled players, everything looks simple because they make it appear effortless. We often see streamers dominating in multiple games, which might lead people to believe that getting good at the game isn't that difficult. What's not visible are thousands of hours these players have invested in this and other games. When picking up new game, we want to get good quickly, but people often fail to realize that progress takes time. Just because you're trying your best doesn't mean you'll rank up immediately. You need time to play many matches and learn concepts one by one, then revisit them to polish your skills after ranking up. This is a journey without shortcuts, but many people try for one season and get discouraged if they don't reach their goal. The issue with this type of mindset is that progress might not be immediately visible. You can improve by 5%, but that improvement will reward you only if you're patient and play a couple more matches. No one becomes a pro overnight, so stay focused and don't get discouraged, because you most likely won't reach Grandmaster in a month as a newcomer. Give it time, review what you're learning, and correct mistakes one by one. You'll eventually reach your goals. If you don't want to invest that much time, consider enjoying the game casually instead. Not everyone has to be competitive. Also, you don't need to play 10 hours a day to progress. Some people play just a few hours weekly and reach top ranks as well. It's all about quality and consistency, not quantity. To summarize, much of your progress is halted by the mindset you have while playing and incorrect assumptions based on faulty observations. If you want to progress, first stop focusing on others since you can't control them. Focus on yourself, learn things in the proper order, and give yourself time to improve while putting necessary effort. If you're not willing to put the effort and expect quick results, consider enjoying the game casually. Don't try to learn everything at once, and be prepared for some losses along the way. Introduce this mindset into your gaming, and you will definitely start ranking up. Good luck with your games!